great pleasure. Very excited to speak to our next guest. He is always very gracious with his time. He's always ready and willing after, the majority of his fights, which are wins. Sometimes they don't go his way. He's always coming on and providing great perspective. And he was on his own YouTube channel last week with his head coach, Tim Welch. I thought providing very smart, measured, mature reactions to what transpired in Newark a little over a week ago. We're speaking to Sugar Sean O'Malley, who is kind enough to join us right now to talk about it all. Looking forward to this and appreciate this very much. And there's the little guy. Hello, sir. I'm speaking to the little guy.
Uncle Ariel, what's up, brother?
What's happening? Is that Mateo?
Yep, Mateo Montana.
I love it. How old now?
3 weeks.
3 weeks. You know what's crazy about this, Sean? I'm watching. I never watch Embedded, if I'm being honest. I don't know why.
Uh-huh.
And it just popped up on my YouTube, and this is like the week of the fight, and the thumbnail is you with a baby, and I'm like, what the hell? and not. I know your daughter's a little older, and this, like, you didn't say this to anyone. I know you were kind of off social, but it just kind of happened. You kept it to yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I did with Elena too, actually, but this time it wasn't necessarily intentional. It just I wasn't on social media, so there just was never it never got brought up.
And going through a camp, and obviously your partner is doing all the work. She's the one who's actually pregnant, but it's a lot going on, right? How was it balancing the two lives?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. It's funny timing. He was conceived about 10 days before the first Merab fight, and he was born about 10 days before the second one. So she was pregnant the entire from the first fight with Merab to the last fight with Merab. So it was pretty crazy timing.
Happy Father's Day, by the way. Now father of
Thank
two.
You.
You love the babies,
too.
right? Thank you. I heard you talking about the smell, the calmness,
the
the peace.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This right here. This makes a loss a lot easier to deal with coming home to a healthy family.
Yeah.
And so definitely helps.
It's different when you come home and like maybe you're alone and you just sit there and ponder. I've always said kids provide like the best balance in life. Like even when even if you're not a fighter, if you're just a regular guy, you can't get too hung up on the work because they need you. And if you're thinking about this, you're not present here, so they almost force you to be a more balanced person, right?
Yeah, no, I would totally agree.
And so here you are just chilling. It looks like you have a nice scenery behind you. You have a healthy baby in your arms. It seems like life is good. You're okay.
We're doing well, Ariel. We're doing well. Life is good. No complaints over here.
How are you processing what happened 2 weeks ago?
You know what? It was a lot easier to deal with the second time around, not having to get, the first time having to get surgery right after the fight. That was, coming off a loss and surgery back to back. That's difficult. Coming off the loss, still healthy, feel good, family's healthy, everything's good. It's a lot easier to deal with. Merab's good. And I mean, he's, I think he's number 2 pound on the pound list right now. He's got a good style to beat me, and it is what it is.
So when you're in there and you're getting ready for, by the way, the yawning is unbelievably cute. I just have to say, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
What an amazing blessing. When you're getting ready for the fight and you're saying all the right things, you're telling us that you're healthy, you're in a good space. Was any of that for the interviews, for the show, or is there truly no excuses? Were you 100% healthy? Were you truly in a great place? Was it all accurate in the aftermath?
I mean, I don't think anyone goes in there 100% healthy, but I had there's definitely, I had a great camp. I was able to wrestle, was able to do most of what I need. Like I went in there very confident, very, ready to go.
Everyone was dissecting all the little things that you were doing and saying. Number one, you didn't dye your hair this time. How come?
I just didn't want to sit, and it's a long process, and I just really didn't want to sit and in that chair for 8 hours.
Okay. Are you superstitious?
Not necessarily. No, I don't think so.
Okay, so you're not the type of guy who's like, oh, I've dyed it for X amount of fights, I have to dye it. You just didn't feel like doing it, so you didn't do it.
Well, I mean, Danny, my wife does my hair too, and she also was kind of like, not in a position, not in the right. She was only a couple days out of pregnancy. She didn't really want to do it either.
Sure. I don't blame her.
So,
You changed. This is an incredible view, by the way, and it's just very symbolic of like the person that you've become and how you've evolved into this guy. Look at you. This is incredible. You're holding the baby properly. It's wonderful.
oh,
Do you change diapers too?
yeah. Oh yeah, change diapers. I wanted to be I remember wanting to, be a dad in middle school. I was ready to change diapers, and a lot of guys right after their baby's so little born and they a little hesitant to hold the baby. I was excited for it. I love this phase.
Middle school. That's a little
Oh
early.
yeah. It was a little early. I broke up with a girl in middle school because she didn't want to have kids. So I was like,
Wow.
I knew I wanted to have kids.
If she was down, you would have had kids back then.
No, not then. No, not
Okay.
not right then and
Okay.
there. I'm just saying in general, she didn't want to end up having kids ever. So I was like, I was just here. Let me give him to his mom real quick. So I
Okay.
don't.
All right. All right. No
Real
problem.
sorry about that.
No problem.
Danny, will you come grab him?
It's a beautiful thing,
So I'm.
especially.
But
Oh, we
she's
still
coming
here.
to grab him.
Okay.
Yeah, she's coming to grab him. I didn't want to leave too long, but it's hot here in Arizona. It's 110 degrees. So
Golly.
little dude's probably just getting a little warm, but
Oh, and there's the dog as well. Look at you. You're living the dream. Can I ask? I was surprised with the. There he goes.
thank you.
Congratulations. If she can hear me, I don't know if she can.
AirPod.
Okay. Yep. Yep. Different walkout music. Why the switch?
Yeah. I don't know. It just you know, I don't know. I just randomly kind of wanted to switch it up, and then I had that song in mind, and then they said Trump's going to be there. I was like, man, all these are all great signs for me to win. Didn't happen, but it was still the walkout was, that was a cool memory. That was that was badass.
Okay. So no regret. It didn't put you in a different spot. Sometimes the music gets you in a different headspace. No regrets about any of that.
No, no, I was feeling super American. I watched that Netflix, the Osama bin Laden one,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I watched that a couple weeks before the fight, and I was just feeling American as fuck. And I was like, let's go beat this little Russian or little Georgian or whatever little dude.
Okay, so
But
the fight is playing out first round. He's obviously taking you down. You're stuffing some of them. I think in the end you stuffed seven of his 12 attempts. How are you feeling after 5 minutes?
the first round, ideally was gonna go in there, not get taken down the first round. That was the plan. I think they take me down once or twice. That felt. I thought it was a fine round. I thought it was close. He probably won the round, but I was I wasn't too. I was good going into the second round. Second round, stuff every takedown. I didn't get taken down once. Was wrestling really well. Felt good. Third round, I don't remember how he took me down, but he took me down, and I think I got up three times, and he would mat return me, and made a mistake. He went to a guillotine. I didn't think he was going to go to that, that kind of a guillotine. I thought he was going to sit in a front headlock, kind of like how he usually does. And I regret trying to wrestle up from there, knowing how much time was left now. That was just mental. It was a mistake. Obviously, fucking got caught, and that sucked. Really fucking sucked.
Were you aware of how much time was left? Like, did you hear the clapper or anything like that?
No, no, there was 18 seconds, so I
Oh,
didn't. I
right,
mean,
right.
I didn't hear. I didn't know how much time was left. I felt like in the moment, I remember thinking like I've been on my back way too long. This is
Mm.
not what we wanted to do. I wanted to get back up to my feet, and I was like, I have to get up. I have to get up, and I made a mistake in getting up. Jane, watch out. Made a mistake in getting up, and lost me the fight.
Um,
He felt strong. That little fucker felt way more strong than he felt the first time.
okay, I was literally just gonna ask differences between him this time and back in September. Strength, obviously, you
Yeah,
just mentioned. Um,
strength. He just felt really fucking strong.
really interesting, and you weren't expecting that, obviously. I mean, how much?
I mean, I knew he was strong. The first fight, he felt really strong too. Like he definitely didn't feel weak by any means. He just, yeah, the little fucker was, He was strong.
Was there anything else that surprised you about him this time as opposed to last time or since last time?
No, not really. I mean, no, not really. Other than just feeling strong as hell.
Hmm. What do you think if you fight Merab 10 times, 10 in a row? What do you think your record is?
8-2. No, I don't know. I feel like this. For me to earn another shot at Merab, I gotta be undeniable. I have to go on a streak. I have to win a lot of fights in a row, and there's a world that happens. I mean, I definitely. I know I'm capable of beating Merab. I also know he's capable of beating me. But there's still there's gonna be part of me that always wants to get that one back. He's the only guy to ever beat me, and Cheeto beat me, but I got that one back. I proved that one was, that one played out the way it was supposed to the first time. So that one will, I don't want to say bug me, because at the end of the day, if I play out my career and I never get that one back, I'll be happy with how everything played out. But there's a world where I'm undeniable and get that one back. But yeah, I'm happy for him. At the end of the day, I don't hold anything. Like, it's not like Merab's fucking. He's on a crazy streak right now. He's the greatest bantamweight of all time.
Yeah, there's absolutely no shame in losing to him, and I could foresee him sticking around as champ for a bit. What about you? Like, just looking at the landscape, you talk about you being undeniable. Do you think he's going to be around for a bit at the top of the mountain here?
Um, yeah, I mean, what is he, 30, 34? He's definitely getting up there a little bit. I think he's in his prime right now. No denying that. So I think he's still got another, solid year or two to stick around.
How do you think Sanhagen does against him?
I don't know. There's one way to find out, and let's get those guys in there eventually. But Corey, in my eyes, is one of the best in the division. I mean, hands like skill for skill, competitiveness, just finding ways to win. He's up there, so it'll be interesting.
I know it's relatively fresh, but do you think, have you even started to think a little bit about whether you'll fight again this year?
100% I'll fight again this year.
Okay.
Question is when.
Yeah, what are you thinking? What are you feeling?
Um, to be determined. We'll see. We'll see how things play out. We'll see.
Sometimes when these things happen, we hear fighters call up Hunter or Sean or Dana, whomever, and say, like, get me right back in there. I want to fight in a month. I want to fight in 2 months. Are you feeling like that now? Or are you thinking like back into the year?
Ariel,
Bro,
you're funny.
I feel like, what do you mean? I feel like you have a fight already based on your demeanor.
No, we'll see. I'm gonna see how this week goes. I gave myself a solid week, 10 days to just kind of relax, and I'm gonna see how I feel this week. And I don't have an answer for you right now, but I'm
Okay.
gonna see how I feel this week.
I'm just looking at who's available. I mean, I feel like we're going to see you International Fight Week at this point.
You never know.
You're healthy, right?
Yeah, I think I'm for the most part I'm pretty healthy. Again, I don't think any fighters ever
Right.
just like, all right, I'm 100%. You're always dealing with some bullshit or just dealing with a little something something. So, but for the most part, I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah.
When you came on before the fight, we talked about the potential of you moving up to 145, and we spoke to Tim about it as well, Tim Welch. Is that in the cards in the immediate future now that this is played out, or not yet?
I wouldn't say immediate future. God, I was talking to Tim about that the other day. It's like I can make 35. Like, it
Yeah.
sucks. I suffer. I die. Everyone does it. They get down to their weight. I was like, I was just like, how much? Because I know I'm stronger than I felt in there, but I don't know how much if losing a certain amount of muscle makes sense to get to 35 for me. Or to get to 35. But I don't know. I'm still definitely next fight will be at 35. For sure. But eventually, someday, yeah, I think we'll move up.
Is it getting harder, the cut?
I wouldn't. I mean, they're all always equally as hard. They're all just. I mean, they're all 9, 10 out of 10 hard.
Okay.
They're always. You're on the brink of fucking feeling like you're gonna die, but you get there. We get there.
Yeah, we saw on your YouTube channel. We just showed it. Everyone should go check it out. Like it doesn't look fun. I mean, and I know. I mean, we saw Kayla's footage as well. It looks like hell, truly.
Yeah, no, I mean, it makes you very grateful for being able to just kind of take it, like be able to drink water whenever you want, or kind of at that point you don't care about food. It's not like you want a cheeseburger or a piece of pizza. You want liquids, you want some aminos, you want some electrolytes. um so you want those kind of things, so it makes you very, grateful to be able to drink those throughout the day whenever you want.
Is the weight cut easier when you're a father? Because and I say easier because it's like you can't quit. You need to, like, you're not just fighting for yourself anymore. Do you think like that, or is that putting too much on your shoulders?
um No, I mean, you definitely think of stuff like, you think of your family when you're sitting in that hot tub you're on minute 20, and your heart's pounding and your mouth is so dry. I mean, you think of your family, you think of stuff like that for sure. But, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm going to make it regardless. I mean, I made the weight before I had a family. I'm
Hmm.
going to make it, with that. That doesn't necessarily change anything. It's fucking, you know, I guess you could say it's a little boost of motivation.
How'd you like Newark?
It was interesting. That was the hood. I mean, we stayed in the hood.
Really?
It was cool. We had a very nice little Airbnb set up, which was nice. We had the whole team out there, but Newark was different. It was good memories though. It was great memories. A couple rainy days. Um, cruising with the squad um to train in the afternoon or in that night, and at Plino's, Alex Pajeda's coach's gym, and it was great memories. The whole team, we had a really good time. Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, good memories. I thought for sure I was gonna get the W. I thought, everything was just the signs were the stars were aligned, and I thought for sure this was the moment. But damn it.
Um, why? And I hope this doesn't come across the wrong way, but like, why does it seem like you're taking it so well? A lot of people are sometimes depressed, devastated. You seem to be handling this so well. How is that?
I remember hearing I think it was Naval said happiness is a skill a
Hmm.
long time ago, and I believe that. And I think it's just like life's about perspective, and if I put all the good things in my life, if I think about those things, it's hard not to be happy. It's hard to be sad. I did feel almost guilt. I'm like, God, I feel like I should be more sad. I'm such a competitor. I want to win so bad. I put so much effort into this fight camp, so much, blood, sweat, and tears into this fight camp. I feel like I should be more upset. But then I'm like, ask myself why do I think that? It's like I wanted to win bad. I gave it everything I had, and I came up short, and I gave it my best effort. That's all that you can do. And I think back to routine for me. Routine's very important for me. Um, Back to eating healthy, back to sleeping, sleep schedule, eat good, hydrate, work out, like check all those bases off, and it's hard not to be happy. So, it's on to the next.
You talked before the fight, obviously, about no more weed, things like that. Are you going to partake again, or are you sticking with no more?
Yeah, it was funny how that whole lead up was about all the stuff that I quit
Yeah,
doing,
yeah.
so I could beat Merab. I'm gonna quit all this stuff so I could beat Merab. It was never about that. I didn't get off social media, quit smoking and do all this stuff so I could beat Merab. I did all that stuff just to put my mind more at ease, more at peace. Like even before all that, I felt like I was a happy person, didn't really deal with anxiety or depression or anything like that. But there was this like low level of anxiety I kind of would always have.
Hmm.
And I'm like, I didn't feel like I should have that. I'm like, why would I have that? And I didn't think it was anything I needed to add. Oh, I need to add this so I can feel that way. I was like, okay, maybe it's something I need to subtract. Maybe it's something I need to take away from. And it was, so I stopped. Marijuana is great. I took a couple puffs when I got home, and I didn't really like the way it made me feel. It kind of made me this paranoid feeling. It's like I don't know. Ever since I had kids, it changes almost a little bit. So I didn't really like the weed too much. So I've not really haven't been smoking, haven't been on social media,
Wow.
and that still feels, that wasn't something I was gonna do for fight camp so I could beat Merab. That was a life changing thing. It wasn't just like a fight camp changing thing.
So that's every form, right? Snapchat, X,
No,
IG.
yeah, Snapchat, IG, Facebook, all that. Nothing. Not. Don't get on at all. Haven't once this year, and it's 100% been life changing for me.
And there was no sort of pull to go on. Okay, the fight's over. Let me just go dip my toe back into all of this.
I feel like if I would have won, I would have wanted to
Yeah.
get on Twitter a little bit, maybe get on IG, look at some highlights and shit. I don't think I would have, because I also know like just that one little, you swipe up, that'll get you. So I don't think I would have, but losing made it easier not to get on. I don't want to see that shit anyway. So yeah, no, I haven't had any desires or urges to do that.
It is wild how big of a storyline that was going into the fight. The weed, the social media, your hair. I mean, you're doing interviews, to be as crass as possible. Like you're doing interviews about your masturbation. Like this is crazy. You know what I mean? Like you're sitting there with the UFC backdrop and people are asking you straight up questions about that. That's wild, man. That's not really like a normal thing for an athlete to talk about before a performance.
I mean, I think a lot of it to do was like the first fight. He beat me. It looked dominant in some people's eyes. No one there. There wasn't like the rematch wasn't necessarily the biggest. I mean, I think it was probably the biggest fight you could make at the time, just the way the division was laid out, and I don't think it was wanted super. It wasn't like the fans weren't craving it too much, and that was kind of what got picked up was that stuff. So. It is what it is.
I've talked to some fighters who say they don't go on and stuff like that, but it's annoying for them. I've even gotten voice notes from them saying, please don't send me anything. Not that I was like a mass thing where it's like, don't send me this guy talking about me. Don't send me this clip. Do you have to tell people in your life? Because I feel like your friends and family are always inclined, like someone talks shit or someone does this, they'll send it to you. You don't want to see any of it because then it goes down this rabbit hole. Have you had to do that as well?
I pretty much everyone that has my number is been good. Hey, I'm off social. Like I don't want to. Like the reason I'm off social is because I don't need to see all this shit. But the thing, I do still see stuff on. I still watch YouTube.
Got it.
And I'll still see things. Way less, but I still see things. I saw Cody Garbrandt saying I looked like shit against Merab. That dude looked sharp last fight. That's all I'll say.
Okay. So when you see that stuff, do you feel some sort of way? Does it piss you off? Does it aggravate?
It was a little annoying. What was annoying is like when I saw his hair was braided and he's got those face tattoos, I was like, fuck. That's how people see me. And it was just so embarrassing. I was like, oh God, I need to fucking get a new look. That was embarrassing. I was like, holy shit. That was an eye opener. I was like, God damn it. That's how people probably look at me. It was embarrassing.
Did you watch his fight?
I did.
What about Wellmaker though?
The dude that knocked out Moutinho.
Yes. With that right hook.
Yeah, that was nasty. I saw the highlights of it. I didn't see was that second round?
First round, like 2 minutes in.
First round?
Second straight right hook knockout in the UFC. Third if you count Contender Series. He's nasty, man.
Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go check him out. But I did see the highlight of that, and that was a nice right hand. That was beautiful. Poor Moutinho. Fuck.
Yeah.
Feel for that guy.
Yeah, you know him. He was tough against you, and so that speaks to just how talented Malcolm is. Also, Jan, maybe you may have seen in the immediate aftermath, sort of reveling in your loss. Did you?
Peter?
Yeah.
I did not see that. Inform me.
Okay, no, I don't want.
Go ahead.
Oh, he was just.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Here, go ahead.
All right, I don't want to be the guy. I don't want to be that guy.
No, you're fine. I'm curious now.
Okay. Well, let me just pull this up here. It was literally seconds after the fight. He said this is what happens when you're handed things you didn't earn. Back in line, buddy. 21,000 likes on that.
Wow.
Like
all right.
minutes later. 1:36 a.m. So, yeah, there it is. In case you want to read it for
This is what
yourself.
happened. You had a thing in there. Back in line, buddy. All right. Well, got no good reply.
Oh,
He's fighting my buddy Marcus, though. My
yeah,
buddy Marcus. That'll be an interesting fight. Marcus is super skilled. I'm excited for that fight.
Marcus McGee. Yeah, is this one that you think is inevitable? You versus Jan at some point again?
I wanted to fucking win and get that, me versus Jan for the title rematch would have just been so epic. I'm sure we'll run it back one of these days, but maybe not. Maybe I'll just will never give him the opportunity, and I'll just have that one over him forever, and just him and Aljo can bitch and complain about their losses to me together. Maybe I just never give him that one.
Yes, Aljo was on our show last week talking about the loss and how he didn't get an immediate rematch against you. You got.
Aw, shoot, that sucks.
Do you think he should have gotten one?
The reason I got a rematch against Merab, I won. I thought I won 3 rounds. I won 2 rounds. He won 3. Me versus Aljo, I knocked him out in 7 minutes. So, I mean, it depends who you ask.
I was watching your breakdown with Tim and Smitty, right? That's what you call him?
Yep.
He was pushing for you versus Umar.
Yeah, Schmitty was pushing for me versus Umar. I heard Umar's I think he's out for a little bit, isn't he?
Okay. I don't know. I mean, I think you know a lot more than you're leading on, to be honest. But did you like that idea?
I mean, Umar, yeah, that's definitely interesting. We'll see how the division plays out here soon.
Oh, wow. I feel like I'm going to open my phone like tomorrow morning. He's back. UFC 319.
Wouldn't that be something?
Oh, we'll play this too.
We'll see. We'll see.
No, it's good. I think this is good. This shows that you're not just sitting there licking your wounds in a dark room. The show goes on, as they say.
The show goes on. Yeah, I want to capitalize on my youth. I'm 30. I want to take advantage of being when I'm healthy. I definitely don't want to sit around and not fight. This is what I do for a living. This is what I want to do, and I get to do this. And I definitely don't want to sit around.
Did you talk to the president?
Just shook his hand after the fight real quick. That was it. But no, nothing other than that.
He didn't offer any words of encouragement, wisdom?
Unfortunately not.
Yeah. That's all right. You didn't need it.
No, I'm all right. Life's good.
Yeah, and you're not going to go on vacation or anything now because you just had a baby.
My life is a vacation, Ariel.
Yeah.
Even if I am gone, I'm like, I want to go home.
Yeah.
I love my house. I love my property. I'm building up my custom dream house right over there. I got all my recovery tools and cold plunge and saunas and all my stuff at my house. So it's like anytime I leave anywhere, it's pretty much just want to go back home.
Yeah, it's an inconvenience. So what you're building. So where are you living now? If you're building,
I'm living in the house that's on the property. I'm building the house, another house, yeah.
And then what will you do with the one you're currently living in?
I haven't fully decided yet. I do want to. I'll probably put a little poker room in here. Poker room in the living room. Have a couple offices in the house. Guest house for if someone, some family needs to come over. Maybe need to bring a training partner in for a specific opponent. Just have it open for that.
I was wondering if I could come by.
Uncle Ariel, you're more than welcome anytime. Once the new build should be up in November, December, and you're moved in, so more than welcome to come try the Java House, Tim's coffee shop.
Yes.
Check out the gym.
I'm going to be on Tim's pod on Thursday, actually.
There we go. Okay. You need to come do it in person.
I would. Oh gosh, I would love that. I mean, look at this weather; it looks fantastic.
We would do the Timbo Sugar Show. We'd come back. We're doing special episodes only whenever I feel like it, and that would be a special episode.
That would be incredible. We will do that. And let me just ask you, as far as like the house is concerned, what makes it the dream house? Like, what makes it special as far as what you're putting in there, the one that you're building?
It's just a huge master bedroom and bathroom, and the the living room and kitchen are super open, and huge ceilings. I'm putting a slide in there for my daughter. The
Wow,
top from the upstairs down to the
that's
bottom. I'm gonna put a really cool like indoor kids like jungle gym room upstairs, and it's gonna be epic.
that's incredible. Well done and well deserved. Last question. Is could you tell us, you don't have to tell us the actual name, but is there a name on your mind right now as far as who makes sense for your return?
Yes.
There is.
Yeah.
And who is the name?
It's a bit. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I feel this week.
Okay, but there is someone there. Is there a date as well?
Um, just depends on how I feel.
Like,
It depends on the date. Depends on how I feel. The date or how I feel depends on.
yeah.
There's a lot to
Okay.
unravel. But as of right now, I'm chilling, recovering, hanging out. I'm continuing to. I went and drilled a little bit this morning. Didn't really train too much, but drilled a little this morning. So we'll see how I feel this week.
Love it. Thanks for doing this, man. Really appreciate it.
Of course.
Happy Father's Day again. Great performance, and we don't take it for granted. So really appreciate the time, and looking forward to seeing this fight in like a couple of weeks that you're hinting at. Can't wait. Thanks, Sean. You're the man.
Yep. Peace out, guys.
There he is, the great Sugar Sean O'Malley. Very much appreciate him coming on, and that's interesting because sometimes it's like, hey, I'll be away for 6 months. Sounds like there's something cooking, right? It sounds like there's something there. What is it? Well, let's just look at the roster here. Umar, he says, out for a bit. Jan's got a fight. Corey's fighting. Is it Song? Is it Davison? Is it Batista? Now they're kind of boys. Is it Rob Font? Cheeto? Henry? Is it Henry? Zahabi? I don't know who it is. Thanks for watching this video. Before you go, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for us. Also, give us a thumbs up, leave a nice comment. These things go a long way. And while you're here, do check out the rest of the channel. We've got live shows and full interviews, clips, and a whole lot more. We're doing big things here, and we appreciate your support very much.